Kiara, we've taken a few fan questions on Twitter. Let's see what your fans have to say. This is Sajid Pal from Chittagong, Bangladesh. What has happened in front of her eyes recently that can be made into a movie? That is she seeing or reading something that needs to reach to people, and when she smiles with her eyes. Bada acha lagta hai.
Thank you for that compliment. I actually recently watched a documentary on space, and I don't think we've made a film on space recently. So that would be very interesting. I would love to do a film on space.
This is Angie from USA. What is your character like in BB2 and RC15? Can we expect something powerful and exciting?
Okay, so BB2, I'd say expect. There are moments where you'll expect the unexpected. Yeah, Bhool Bhulaiyaa 2. There are moments where you'll expect the unexpected, because I think that's what the genre of horror comedy is all about. More, of course, I'm sure Faridun will be meeting when closer to March, when the film releases, and at length discuss that. And RC15, which is Shankar sir's film, is a film I'm very excited to start work on. It's he's a director I've longed to work with. I think he's just incredible. He's way ahead of his times. His vision is something else. And we're actually beginning the shoot with an elaborate song. So I'm quite excited to because even his songs are always presented. I've never shot a song for like 10 days, 15 days, where you're on different sets and there's hectic choreography and all of that. So I'm really excited to start prepping for it and then shooting for it. And as we get into, I can't say more on it on the character, but of course, you might have got a glimpse from the poster, so you do know it is a political drama. And I'm sure we'll be sharing more closer to when we've actually filmed the movie, and I'm allowed to then speak more on it. I will.
The sort of times that we are in at, do you have to be doubly sure when you're doing like a political drama, for example, or anything which is controversial?
I don't think the film is controversial at all. In fact, it's actually got a beautiful message. I think it's a very powerful film. It's a powerful story. And like I said, Shankar sir is someone who's got a great vision. He's, it's always about. He's also very futuristic. So the way he thinks he thinks totally out of the box. So you can expect it to be in true blue Shankar sir style.
This is a good question. This is Akshi from Delhi. What do you keep in mind while choosing a script?
This is a good question. Well, first, when I hear a script, it's the story. I feel like if as an audience I'm engaged, and you always know in the first couple of pages as they narrate the script to you whether where it's going, which direction it's going in. Primarily, it's the story, and then of course it's my character, and how that integrates into the story and how it takes the story forward. There's obviously the director. I always say I'm a director's actor, and for me, it's that meeting with the director. If I'm able to connect with the director, and if I see their vision the way they are seeing it, then I think we're already on a winning zone. If not, then we don't end up doing the film. So it's very important for me to connect with my director and understand his vision, and then of course story and character.
With the sort of experience that you have now, 7 years in the industry, how important is it to say no? Because there are people whom there are people who would want to maybe take advantage of the fact that they know you, the proximity and all that. And but there have been so many occasions when people have done projects out of the compulsion because of relationship, but they end up really biting the bullet in terms that it's really not worked for them.
You're right. It's actually very important to learn to say no, and it's also very difficult to say no. Personally, for me, I do feel like I faced that, where there was a time, I think for me, like when I started off, I just really, because I experienced that period of not working and not having, enough work, I just wanted to work. So initially, this time I was just saying yes to everything. Fortunately, those films I had liked also, and they also ended up doing really well. But then I think now I've come into a zone where I feel like there is a lot of choice. I do have the option to say no, and you kind of always did have the option of saying no, but at different phases or different points in your career, your reasons tend to change. That, like for me, initially I didn't say no because I really just wanted to work. I was like, no, I have to be a working actor. But today I feel like if I'm doing a film, then I have to be 1000% excited about it. I have to be, otherwise it's there's no point. So I feel like I've now learned how to say no, and it's not easy. But you do have to, sometimes you have to just say no.
All right, so this is Ashish from Kolkata. SID-KIARA is trending till now, even after 2 months of the movie release. How you feel getting all the love?
I mean, of course I'm overwhelmed. It's my driving force right now. If there's one thing that's keeping me energized when I keep going to work, even after like a super long day or after like a crazy night shoot and then rehearsals and juggling between projects, I feel it's the love from the fans. I feel it's, when I scrolling on my feed and I see all the videos they put up, and I've seen so many young kids recreating the dialogues from Shershaah and my look and the songs and doing all that. I just feel it's just so overwhelming, because we knew we had a special film. We knew we had something that was special, but to get this kind of love has been overwhelming, because it superseded all our expectations, and it'll always be special.
And this is Mimi Sarkar. When you and Sid will do an intense love story together, you guys are now national ship with electrifying chemistry.
I'm sure we'd love to do another love story together. I mean, since the love story received so much love, we both did end up saying we should work together. Hopefully a director or producer is listening to this and watching this interview, and they think of us and, write something beautiful and offer a film, another intense love story together. Hopefully.
This is Shivani from Delhi. My question to you is this: what is your dream role? This is a good question as well.
My dream role is, I would love to do a biopic. I feel there's, I've been a part of 2 biopics, but to do a full-fledged biopic, and I feel if I did, I would love to do it on Madhubala. I feel she's somebody whose life I'd love to know a lot about. I already know a little bit, but I feel it's so interesting that there's so much more I would want to know. And I truly admire her as an actor, and I feel it would be lovely to tell her story. I hope that can happen.
Madhubala is a great option if we can possibly have that. This is a good question as well. Okay, this is Jenilia. Jenlia, Jenlia. The film industry is said to be full of stress and pressure. What do you do to tackle the pressure that comes with your work? So, this is something which I think a lot of people they're asking, a lot of parents are asking, because there is this intense speculation around the film industry as well that, almost every other day some sort of controversies comes up, the media or like social media, and then the film industry is put into this कटघरा. कैसे आप डील करती हैं various pressures, internal, external?
Thank you, Jenlia or Jenilia, for her question. Jenlia. I think pressures, we all face it. I don't think it's only film industry. I think all of us at our independent workplaces do have our own pressures that we deal with professionally and personally. And it's interesting you ask this, because so many times my mom asks me this question. She'll say, are you happy? I hope you're happy. Like now, earlier I was like, what did you do today? What happened? All those would be the questions. But nowadays she's so straight to, are you happy? And that's all she cares about and all she wants to know. And my mom always tells me, and her advice to me is that it's all in your mind, how you take something. I mean, if you decide to be happy, you will be happy. It's in your power and your control, and you can't give anybody else that power to make you feel happy. You have to be, you have to make yourself feel the way you want to feel. And it's actually such a simple thing, like sometimes, like it's so funny. She says, just smile, it'll automatically signal your brain to be happy. And I do that sometimes. I really do that. And I realize that sometimes छोटी चीजों को we make it such a big deal and we blow it out of proportion and we think like it's the biggest problem in the world, when actually it's very easily solvable if we just look at it with that perspective. It's all really about perspective at the end of the day. So I take her advice, and I feel for me that's what really works.
Do you like to read?
This is something I have to start cultivating, this habit. I do not read. It's a very bad habit. I have to get myself to. My friends have been trying to. They send me books. They send me like love stories, and like they'd send me all these very girly, like feminine books, thinking that that's what I'd like to read. But I think if I do end up picking up a book, it ends up being like a self-help book of, I just enjoy reading about like, just more like more real things rather than fiction. I think there's so much fiction that I end up reading from scripts and things that, we end up doing. So I think my scripts are what I end up reading more. Because I end up reading them like how people read books. There's sometimes so many people send me scripts, right, to keep for narrations and stuff, and then they'll just send it to me. So then that becomes my book, and that's what I end up reading, whether I do the film or I don't do the film. But I would love to get myself to start reading properly. It's something that I don't do.
All right. Jenny from Tamil Nadu. To become a successful actress in the film industry, what are the 3 best qualities we need?
Act. I think that's the most important thing. What is that dialogue? Entertainment. So it should be acting.
All right. No, I think many times people don't realize, but there is a lot more than maybe 3 things that one can pinpoint. I think it's a process. It's a process.
It's a process. It's not something that I can just say in 3 points. I don't think I can put those 2 words.
Okay, this is Nutan from Delhi. What was Dimple Chima's reaction after watching Shershaah? Did you speak to her?
I spoke to her right after the film released. She was very emotional at that time and didn't want to watch it just yet, but she had seen all the songs and she had seen all the the promos that were out, and that itself had made her very emotional. And she told me more about what her friends told her who had already watched the film. Ki bilkul teri jaisi hai, and all of that. And so she was very sweet, and but she said it was too emotional a watch for her. For us, it's, we're watching it as people who don't know them, and you still feel like you know them when you watch the film. But I think for her and for his family, it's their own life. So it's in their own time. So that was her reaction. Of course, the family, we watched the film with the family, and they were also very emotional but very touched, and they were very happy with the way the film was made. So that really, really kind of made us happy.
This is Shilpi from Bhopal. Hi, Kiara. I'm a big fan of yours. How are you so grounded and humble considering the impact your roles have been in every of your movie?
Considering?
I think वो properly कह नहीं पाएंगे, but I think आपके जो roles हैं उन्होंने हर film में impact किया है. Basically, I think she's saying in terms of success, commercial success and all that. Yeah.
Shilpi. Okay. Thank you, Shilpi. Thank you, Shilpi. I think it's my parents, and I think I should thank them for the way they brought me or my brother up. I think it's just them, and it's the people around me. I still surround myself with the very same team that has been with me right from the beginning of my journey when I was starting off. In fact, not even had my first film launch. So I think that kind of keeps me grounded and keeps me. And you guys, my fans and my audience is what really does. I chat with them, most of them on DM, and I like that. Even I feel all of us, even whether it's with you, Farid, they're certain journalists. I mean, we've known each other now right from the beginning, and I think the equation has always been the same. It's never really changed. You would be able to tell me better if I've changed or not as a person. But I think the way we've always been with each other, and the way I think how you treat people, we are like that. So I think I'll give it to my entire family and my team surrounding me, because they've not changed around me, so I've not changed. I'd like to believe that at least.
No, I think all of us, we've had a great experience.
Yeah.
Your Twitter account got hacked once, and
you remember this?
Yeah, I got a message, and my Instagram account got hacked.
You got hacked after me?
Yeah.
I think that whoever hacked it had sent everyone a link, and if you would have gotten hacked. Oh my God. Yes. That was the scariest time in my life.
Right.
I was I got my numbers out, and I was getting random phone calls. And I was like, this is scary.
Right. Okay, this is Dhruvi. One quality of Sid you love and one that you want to change about him.
Okay, one quality of Sid's that I love. I think Sid has a wonderful voice. He's really gifted with an incredible voice. You when you hear him on screen, also you enjoy listening to him. And one quality, what will I change? I don't want to change anything. He's wonderful the way he is. I'm Kiara Advani, and you're watching Bollywood Hungama. Do like, share, and subscribe.